And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Air Podcast, man. It's Money Monday. We're here with Donovan Sharpe. Let's get into it. Let's go. All right, we're back. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Air Podcast, man. It's Money Monday. We're here with Donovan Sharpe. We're going to be talking about a couple things. One of them, a lot of you guys want to get on the internet and make some money. So we're going to be helping you guys out with that. I thought, why not bring Donovan Sharpe? A guy's been in the game for damn near a decade plus doing this. Yep. So obviously stood the test of time and been able to make content, and we'll give our tidbits as well. And then we got some after hours as well. As you guys know, I went ahead and I did my stream earlier. We talked about a bunch of different topics. Mostly Hassan being a loser. And then, yeah, he's a fucking loser. And then now we're going to do, obviously, the Money Monday, and then we're going to go ahead and have After Hours for you guys as well. I anticipate that one will probably be somewhere around 10:30 or 11 start time. But Donovan, welcome back to the show, man. It's always good to have you. Can you introduce yourself to the people?
So my name is Donovan Sharpe. I've been in the manosphere. My 11-year anniversary is going to be coming up on March the 14th. That's when I wrote my very first article on Return of Kings, and I've been on YouTube since Labor Day of 2017. So 25, so I've been on YouTube for almost 8 years now, and I'm still doing it, still going. I still enjoy what I do. I'm very fortunate that I've reaped the financial benefits, to the point to where I don't really have to worry about money anymore. So even though my channel is pretty much dead, I keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. It's crazy that it's are you like shadow banned or what the hell's going on with that?
I'm everything banned, I can't figure it out, but I don't really worry about it too much. We'll probably implement different strategies, try to get up in the algorithm. I'm actually going to move my regular podcast to nighttime. Because nighttime seems to be when podcasts do the best. Yeah. Obviously, you guys, the late great Kevin Samuels, Pearl, the rest of that.
Does Pearl still go live, or should she just pre-record?
No, man. It was funny because I was talking to her the other day, and she was talking about her show, The Pregame, and I think she did it for a year. And that was all it took. And it's interesting, like the fact that you guys have stood the test of time, because interviewing girls on a nightly basis, it's not easy. And you learn about female nature, how flaky they are,
DRB_84 tipped $100.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
good to see Donovan back on F&F for the 10th plus time.
Oh no, I've been.
Hopefully we'll see these 304s get cooked on After Hours. Shout out to the TSR gang.
Shout out to Dr. B.
Appreciate it.
Long time supporter on both platforms. Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Doc.
I've been on like 35 times. I think this is like number 36.
Hey man, we gotta always platform the people that put us on, right? So there would be no Fresh Fill without Donovan Sharpe. So
that is true.
That is very true, man. So sorry, you were saying?
No. Listen, I still enjoy doing what I do.
Talking to girls every night.
Yeah. Talking to girls every night, it wears on people. And I remember Rolo actually called it. He said that Pearl's going to be out by August, and he damn near called it. Interviewing girls on a nightly basis, it takes its toll. And the fact that you guys are still able to do this at a high level, again, speaks to your consistency, your professionalism, because there have been a lot of imitators. Like, there have been a lot of other fresh and fits, but can't nobody do it like you guys do it. So
appreciate that, man.
So, Donovan, it's a new year.
Yeah.
You start.
Yeah.
Let's say someone wants to get into content creation, right?
Yeah.
How should they start on YouTube at least?
Oh, wow.
You would say.
Oh, my God. Where do I
Thumbnails.
Oh, boy.
Content. How should they start?
I would suggest, because, so the first mistake I think that most new content creators make is they get a little too ambitious at the start. Mm-hmm. We all want 1 million subscribers. We all want views, blah, 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 blah. But I think one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of fledgling, beginning content creators make is that they do too much too soon. They're like, all right, I'm going to go live 5 days a week and da-da-da-da. Now, if you can do that, that's fine. But if there's any doubt as to how much you can do and how long, I would suggest start off doing it once a week. Do that for a month,
Good
and
point.
then after a month, maybe do it twice. Like, let's say for month 1, you do it every Monday. Then month 2, you do it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Month 3, maybe you do Monday through Friday. But the point is that you have to start slow. And I would suggest that you record like up to 10 videos of whatever your content is. That way you have like a backlog, right? So because I mean, I'm sure you guys have probably experienced this to some degree. You know, a lot of content creators hit the wall very, very early. And the reason why they hit the wall is because they get out and they're going full throttle and they get burned out, and then they're here today, gone tomorrow. But I think as long as you pace yourself, as long as you know what you're doing and you pace yourself, I think you're all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
So in this case, for example, let's say I'm going to start today for YouTube for, let's say, I want to be a creator for dating, right?
Okay.
Let's say our lane.
Okay, yeah.
Should I start with dating, showing receipts? Or should I start with actually like giving information and data on dating itself?
Information and data first. You really have to show that you know what you're talking about. Because one thing about the audience here is they're not stupid, right? We've seen a lot of guys come into the manosphere calling themselves Redpill and I'm a dating expert, dating guru. Like our guys, like I think we have one of the most educated audiences on the internet. I think it's not easy to be in this space for sure, but if you don't know what you're talking about, you will get flushed out very, very quickly. And it's interesting. I would actually submit to you guys that the audience maybe 5 years ago collectively probably knows a lot less than the audience now, because there's a lot more information out there. Anytime someone tunes into your show, my show, for the first time, they're a lot more educated. Like they know a lot more than they used to. And so if you don't know what you're talking about, if you don't, and I guess receipts would be a good way to start, but anybody can make up receipts, right? I mean, if being a dating expert just required receipts, then everybody would do it. No, you have to be able to explain things in a way that people can understand. And in content creation, you have to be educational and you have to be entertaining. If you're educational, you're not going to get anywhere. If you're entertaining, you'll certainly get somewhere. But if you're entertaining and educational, I think that's the mix, and that's what you guys do.
It's a good
Appreciate
point.
that, man. Yeah, no, it's especially nowadays where you're gonna like streaming is a new thing now where like being a moron will get you way more views
Absolutely.
than being, educational, right?
Yeah.
Like if you look at like the top streamers, every single one of them is kind of more on the entertainment side versus the education side. So, especially if you want a younger audience, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be, you look at people that watch like Kai Cenat, FaZe, or any of this other stuff. It's a lot of that moronic,
Hijinks.
self-degradation,
Yeah.
self-deprecating content, right? It's not really educational to any degree, but if you want to bring in the people, you have to do that. So it's kind of like where you have to kind of almost have a blend of like the Jerry Springer ridiculousness, but at the same time, you have to be able to teach people stuff, because what I've noticed is that people really fuck with you when you help them like change their life. It's one thing if you're entertaining, but it's nothing if like you keep them from making a really bad decision or you help them make some money or whatever, then they really stay low and say, damn, like these guys helped me out with that. But you got to get the eyeballs in, because there's a lot of people out there that are really smart and good at what they do.
Sure.
But they're boring, and people don't want to watch them.
Right.
No, that's the thing.
I mean, you could be an adjunct professor, you could be a rocket scientist. If you can't be entertaining while you educate, you will not make it in this business. It's just like you said, you can know everything from A to Z, you can know how to explain, you can know how to teach, but if you don't have that entertainment element, then you're not going anywhere. And I agree with you. I think today's audience, their attention span is like this. If you can't capture the audience just like that, like right at the beginning, I don't think you have much of a chance. But I mean, listen, some people have broken through, but I know this is true. There's no such thing as a boring, successful content creator.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, no, absolutely. And then shadow bans as well, man. That's another thing too. I've noticed is like obviously the other thing you got to deal with is like fucking mass censorship.
Oh yeah.
Which obviously you're dealing with that now, right?
I've dealt with it for years.
Yeah, like with as far as like how would you say people should combat dealing with the censorship?
Rumble. That's it. Rumble. And it's interesting, like my YouTube rep, every time I've asked my YouTube rep this, hey, what's going on? Well, there's no such thing as shadow banning, and
that's a lie.
Right, of course it's a lie. And he'll give me all of these reasons. Well, YouTube is purging old subscribers and this and that and a third. I have accepted the reality. And so if they want to combat shadow banning, you got to go to a platform that's not going to shadow ban you. So, and Rich Cooper says this all the time. YouTube is the best. It's the best place to grow the quickest It's the best place to grow the furthest, the quickest, and when you get to a certain point. The shadow banning is going to come, especially if you tell the truth. You guys know how it goes.
Yep.
I can come on. I mean, we got bitches who have YouTube channels with 1 million subscribers. Niggas ain't shit. But as soon as you talk about unflattering truths about women, that's when the shadow ban comes. There are a lot of channels that should be, I guess, quote unquote, shadow banned, but. Again, if you tell the truth about women, that's normally when it comes. But by the same token, if you don't tell the truth about women, then you're not going to get anywhere. So it's a delicate balance. I don't know. Maybe if somebody knows Mr. YouTube or something like that, I think that's probably the cheat code. But I would advise guys that you have to. And I think another element is this. You got to love what you do, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got to love what you do. And I remember a long time ago, I forgot who said this, but there are a lot of guys, like men, we tend to be entrepreneurial, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a guy in my group say, hey, Donovan, you know what? I'm thinking about starting a business. Where should I start? I said, that's the mistake right there. You don't sit down, okay, I want to be an entrepreneur. What business should I start? No, if you are passionate about food, if you love to cook, if you love to make people happy, the natural path is to open a restaurant. If you love the law, if you love legal crime, whatever the case may be, then you talk about it. And so you have to love what you do, because hard times are gonna come. And the difference between people who love what they do and people who don't is your response to adversity. I lose subscribers every day, but I mean, I genuinely love what I do. I actually had a consultation client on Sunday. I was on with him for about an hour. And right at the end, the guy literally cried. He literally cried. Says, Donovan, look, man, you changed my life. He said he was recently divorced. And he went through it with his ex-wife, and he said, man, I thought I was worthless. And this guy's a multimillionaire. He says, when I got divorced from my wife, I thought it was over, and, I thought I was worthless, but, you put me on that path. That's why I do what I do, is for comments like that. So if you want to get into the dating and relationship sphere, the manosphere, so to speak, you have to love it, because if you don't, you'll get sussed out very quickly.
Yeah, and I do think that content, I mean, we kind of knew this was coming, that they would start shadow banning, suppressing content like that, because we've definitely dealt with the shadow banning and the restriction. We used to be all over the place, and now they're definitely not recommending us as much.
No, of course not.
For obvious reasons. So I do think that they're clamping down on the pro-masculine content, etc., on YouTube especially.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what it is, right? Andrew Tate had that meteoric rise. He blew up, and then they said, whoa, we got to reel this back in. And then they started banning all of his stuff all over the place, because the truth a lot of the times is, considered hateful or misogynistic or whatever they want to call. And they're like, no, this is not what we're going to do. And they always pull it back, and that's what happens, unfortunately. But, but at the same time, lying isn't going to help you either, right? No. You could go ahead and take the Matthew Hussey, Derek Jackson approach and lie. And yes, you'll get a more mainstream audience, but who are you going to get? You're going to get women as your customer base. And I don't think, if you want to make a lot of money, that could be the way to go, but no one's going to take you seriously either. Or a scandal will come up like Derek Jackson, right? Where they find out that he was cheating. And then bam, cooked, right? Because it's like, you're over here simping for women, pedestalizing them, whatever, but you're doing the same thing that you were criticizing men for doing forever. And that really hurt him. So, being authentic is the way.
Right, and I think the formula to blow up on YouTube is you have to lie to women. Women buy when you lie, right? We all know women don't want the truth. They say they want the truth. They don't really want the truth. And so, listen, and you have to make a choice. At some point, you have to make a choice. And it's funny, I see a lot of creators who have tried to be like the next Derek Jackson, and you can see in their face that they don't really believe what they're saying.
Right.
But what they're doing is they're making a business decision. They're saying to themselves, okay, this is it's going to be, and I'll be honest with you, it is much more profitable to lie to women than it is to tell the truth to men. That's why I say you got to be passionate about this, because if you're not, you're going to get sussed out very quickly. Also, the new meta now is to talk about other people, other creators to gain monetary gain. Now, listen, I'm all for marketing and getting yourself out there, but let's say I'm a beginning YouTuber. I want to get myself out there as a new channel, right? Should I do collaborations? Should I do marketing outside of YouTube? How should I market my channel to grow, you'd say? Collaborations is the key. Get in front of new audiences. I was actually talking to MLD the other day, and he's like, you know what, man? He's like, I remember. Shout out to him. Yeah, he is awesome, man. Probably one of the best mental guys in the space. But moneymaker. Yeah, for sure. But he said, you know what, man? During the glory days when we were all making the most money, you know what we all had in common? I was like, what? He's like, we were all working together, And I mean, we all remember the Red Man group and all that good stuff. That's when the community really sort of took a rise.
Yep.
But there's a lot of infighting, and you know what? It's interesting. I thought. And I know that there's infighting in every industry, but there is literally infighting in every industry, the restaurant industry, the medical industry.
Yep.
You just have to understand that with success in this business also comes failure. You have to be prepared. You have to be prepared for the slide. You got to be prepared for the adversity. Because I remember, like, when I first started out, 5,000 subscribers, all the comments are positive, right? And then I got my first negative comment, and I was, oh my God, I can't believe this dude said that. But then somebody else said, yeah, once you start getting haters, that means you're definitely on the rise. So I think being mentally prepared to handle success as well as I don't want to say inevitable failure, but at some point you're going to reach critical mass. More people are going to know about you, so you're going to get more haters, more videos about you. But to go back to your point, I think the quickest way to grow is to do collaborations. That's the way we do it. That's the way we used to do it in the old days, and that formula still works.
Now, for you, as someone reaching out to you for a collaboration, how many videos should they have on their channel?
250.
Okay.
Yeah, 250 videos. Because if somebody reaches out to me for a collaboration and I see they've done 10 videos, and I know, I don't know, I get it. I know they mean well, and they're trying.
Good point.
They're. I mean, they mean well, but I'm not going to collaborate with someone if I don't know that they know what they're talking about. And 10 videos is not a big enough sample size for me to judge whether or not I know what you're talking about. If you've done 250 videos over the course of, I don't know, a year, I know you're consistent. I know you're probably going to stay at it, and I know that you probably know what you're talking about. So I would say 250 videos is the minimum.
Good point.
Yeah.
Now, reaching out to other creators could be daunting for most people.
Sure.
Obviously, it's a new endeavor because they never had to before. How should they approach creators to not sound too needy, but still want to add some value and give and take?
I think you got to start small, and I would take the Myron Games approach. I remember this guy used to be in my chat, right? This guy used to be in my chat.
Yep.
And I remember he used to call into my show.
Yep.
And you have to add value. That's how MLD got started. We used to be on the Red Man group, and MLD would call in. Before we knew it, MLD was on the Red Man group. Again, you started out the same way, and of course, then we started, weights and dates, and the rest is history. But I would advise content creators to start small. No, you should not reach out to Fresh and Fit to do a collaboration. You need to reach out to Redpill adjacent content creators with about your same or more subscriber base, more videos, and then just kind of work your way from there. I'm not saying don't swing for the fences, but by the same token, you have to be realistic.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, you also got to understand kind of where you stand, right? So, like, if you're like a small-ass channel with like 1,000 subscribers, reaching out to someone that got 1 million and saying, yo, just put me on, like, it's not going to happen,
it's not
bro.
going to work. No.
They're not going to put you on, like, unless they know you or something like that, like, or unless you have like some extraordinary like skill set that channel is actively looking for, where you can give commentary on the topic as a subject matter expert. 9 out of 10 times they're not going to put you on. So you got to be able to add value in a way where it makes sense for them to do it.
And this is why I stress that you have to know what you're talking about, because when you reached out to me, you didn't even have a channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have a channel, but I instantly know. I was like, okay, this guy, as a matter of fact, I had to tell you, hey, start a YouTube channel, man.
Yeah.
Like, you got to quit your, what do we call it, your underwater basket weaving, or your
underwater basket weaving
underwater
job.
basket weaving
Back
job.
in the day.
It was actually that was years ago. It's amazing. It really is amazing how far you guys have come. But yeah, that's what, and you have to provide value. You can't just say, hey, how about I reach out to you.
Just put me on. I get so many DMs from randos on
Yeah.
X or Instagram. It's like, bro, you're on an Anon account. What the fuck are you talking about? That's another thing too. I think that's really important for people to understand. Like, the days of like having an Anon account and blowing up and just giving like random commentary, like Sandman or whatever, like, I think those days are done.
Yeah, it's
like
over.
You can't do that shit anymore. It used to be you could get away with that.
Yeah, but people are more
2010 to 2017 to 2018 even, but like now that after the pandemic, right, after COVID, and everyone like started using YouTube way more. Yeah. YouTube is basically turning into TV now.
Yes, it is literally TV.
You're competing with like damn near broadcast networks because they all have YouTube channels now. All the news channels are on YouTube. So it's like, if you want to sit here and compete for market share where you're able to get attention from people, you need to be having stuff at the highest quality. And unfortunately, having a random faceless commentary channel, that would have worked maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But now,
not anymore.
Starting brand new, bruh, you unless you already had a channel, these like channels like the Blackie Speaks, all these other niggas that don't even show their faces and they just talk and yap.
Yeah.
Bro, nobody's going to give a fuck about y'all no more.
Also, how do you collab with that? I mean, for example,
Yeah, like if I don't
let's
know
do a
what you
collab.
look like,
bro, I
yeah.
don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
I don't know, man.
That's why a lot of them showed their face. Like, what was it?
Now.
Based Zeus?
Now.
He came out and showed himself.
Jamari does now too.
Jamari showed his ugly ass face. So like these niggas, like they had to come out and like reveal themselves because they realized like, damn, like I can't just sit here and hide behind an avatar
No.
in the shadows and talk shit anymore. Like Jamari's bitch ass. He's been doing that shit for years, right? He should have stayed hidden, to be honest with you. He's a fucking weirdo. But the point is that whole, faceless commentary shit, it ain't gonna
don't
work.
fly.
And then we got a lot of these dudes on Twitter as well that like have big platforms, but like nobody knows who they are. It's like, bruh, you already have a chip against you being on X. Like being on X and then trying to translate that over to YouTube is gonna be very fucking difficult for you. And then you're faceless, cooked.
Well,
Not
they
happening.
have a job and a family. They
Yeah.
want to protect. So obviously, I don't want to show my face because then I might get attacked.
But here's the thing. No, you're right. They actually might. So at some point, you got a choice to make. If you want to be successful in this game, there are certain things you're going to have to give up, and privacy is probably one of them.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you said, you can't be a faceless, content creator anymore. And I remember I collabed with one guy a long time ago. He says, "Listen, people trust you more if they know what you look like."
Donovan, you can tell better than most people. Tell them what it really means to be a creator. The hate
Oh my
and the
God.
love. Let's start with the hate.
The hate is inevitable. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, it's impossible to be a good content creator and not coexist with hate. You gotta have thick fucking skin. You gotta have thick skin. And when we all start, we have thin skin. But at some point, you kind of go through the fire. I am nothing if not battle tested. The same thing as you guys. I mean, you guys have had scandal after scandal with the Jen Chen. You make me pregnant. Blah 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 blah. It's absolutely it's fucking weird. But this is sort of what comes along. This is what comes along in content creation, and you've got to make a choice. You can't dip your toe in the water. If you really want to blow up, if you really want to get big, you really have to go all in. Because if you don't go all in, you're not going to be successful. That's the way I put it.
You know how I know it was bad? When I saw Steve will do it and Mr. Beast get hate.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, hold on. These creators
Crazy.
are selfless. They give back to everybody. They show a lot of love. And it's like, they're getting hate from people online? What is this? So nobody's safe as a creator.
Right.
So that's a good point.
I think it's part of the game though, and I think getting hate, I think it's kind of a rite of passage, and it's funny, the only hate I have ever gotten is online. I get recognized everywhere I go,
In person.
and I have never had a negative interaction. Dude, I get recognized by taxi drivers, people at the airport, on the way here. Like, I was at the airport, freaking Uber drivers, like, Donovan Sharpe, blah, 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 blah. I've never had someone come up to me like, you suck, blah, 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 blah. Because, number one, but I think what you have to understand about haters is that haters are your biggest fans. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know Abba and Leech, or whatever the fuck those guys' names are. Those guys love you, man. They're like, it's almost like they treat you like a jilted ex-girlfriend. All they do is talk shit about you, and then there's Abba with his, with those ridiculous facial expressions. It's like they're trying to get your attention. And haters thrive because they get your attention, but they really are your biggest fans. And so you almost have to
Yeah,
learn.
for them to make 70 videos, that means they have to watch a lot of our shit.
Oh, dude,
They'll go ahead and
no
clip
one
stuff that
knows
I'm
more
so-
about
that
you
I'm
guys than
shocked.
they do.
I'm shocked that like some of the shit that they clip, I'm like, wow, you had to have watched the full stream to find that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's in
Like you
fucking
niggas
the
are
2.5
watching our
hour
shit
mark.
to be able to
Yeah.
find that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No,
And that's what they're saying, no, it's our fans. Shut the fuck
No,
up.
it's not your fans. It's your research department.
Yeah,
Like, it is what it is,
your research
man.
guys
Yeah.
and you as well, because you have to watch it clearly to fucking make the commentary. So it's like, it's funny because they clearly watch our shit. They watch all of our videos. They're tapped in for sure.
Listen, I think you need haters because, again, haters are your biggest fans, and they'll come in and they'll hate, but guess what? They're watching, they're commenting, and they're giving you engagement. YouTube doesn't care what kind of comments there are. They don't care if you hit the like or the dislike. They care about engagement. So
yeah.
So again, if you don't have, you actually should if you've been at this for a while and you don't have many haters, you're probably doing something wrong. But as soon as you have people that disagree with you, people making videos, talking shit about you, that's when you know you're on the right path.
But Donovan, it's been a year and I'm getting too much hate. Should I quit? How long you been in the game again, Donovan?
Oh my God, 11 years. Yeah.
11 years.
Yeah.
And you never quit, right?
No, I'm never gonna quit, man. And the thing is like if somebody asks me that question, Donovan, I have a lot of haters. Should I quit? Well, you've already answered the question. If you are questioning whether or not you should quit, you're in the wrong business. This is all there is to it.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, Wilson, you got a question?
No, that's fine. I could read some of the chats. I think we're just making some audio fixes to refresh the mic real quick.
That's some good points, though, Donovan.
What do we got here?
Look at the fire emojis in the chat.
And stay tuned, guys. We're going to absolutely be giving you guys an after hours after this. You know, the other thing, too, I think people need to also understand is if you're going to make content that's divisive in nature, whether it's politics, anything to do with race, anything to do with cultural stuff, like you're going to get a lot of hate by that, too. Casey touched on this last time when we had him, actually, but I want to go into this. There's an entire infrastructure on YouTube, and you guys are going to see what I'm going here in a second, where it's anti-masculine, anti-right-wing content, right? And they just criticize it, right? Whether it's bitch-ass niggas like Abba and Preach, Philion, all these losers, their job, guys, is to be centrist, moist critical, right? The Jamari, all these guys, like, their job is to be centrists, right? Yes. And anyone that's far left or anyone that's far right, for them to go ahead and come in and criticize those people.
Yeah.
But they don't really stand for anything, because they have to stand in the middle, right, to be able to make their content. So you don't even know where they align politically, ideology. You don't know anything. You just know that they're centrist to make the content that they make so that they can go ahead and give their unbiased take on shit. But the reality is that they do that so that they can go ahead and make money off of shock jock content of whether it's right or leftist, right? And what ends up happening is they're able to kind of pull people from both sides to agree with them, because if they make fun of a feminist, they'll go ahead and get some right-wing support. If they go ahead and make fun of someone that's super pro-masculinity, right, like me or Andrew Tate, whatever, they'll go ahead and get some people from the left. And that's what they do. They sit in the center. This is why you'll never see people like Abba and Preach, moist critical.
You don't know what they really believe.
They'll never, ever actually sit down and have a debate with someone that has a strong view on something. You want to know why? We saw it one time. Sneeko absolutely made fucking moist critical look like a dumbass.
Yeah,
right?
He did.
Like, he embarrassed the fuck out of him. And the reason why is because when you don't stand for nothing, right, you'll fall for anything, because you don't really know any of the real nuance realities with the take that you're trying to give, because you got to be center to make as much money as possible. So a lot of these reaction channels, a lot of these, like, you know, center right, center left commentary channels, they don't know shit. They just go ahead and sit there and criticize. And then there's an entire industry of guys that'll sit there and attack anyone that they call it, like, oh, we got to attack the alpha males, whatever. When in reality, none of us are running around calling ourselves alpha males.
No.
I've never once called myself an alpha male. You haven't.
No.
Fresh has never. But they go ahead and say, oh, look at these toxic alpha male podcast guys. And it's like, bro, we've never once called ourselves fucking alpha males, dude. To this day, I find it hilarious when people still make videos saying toxic alpha male podcasters exposed or some shit. I'm like, bro, we've never called ourselves alpha males. What the fuck?
It's because the algo rewards keywords, for example.
Yeah.
Alpha male, anything bad with it, that after it gives them views and money.
Yeah.
Listen.
And niggas got to talk about us to get views, bro. That's the crazy part.
I said earlier, you guys feed a lot of people, man.
Yeah, but it's more along the lines of, like, okay, how do I monetize these guys that have content themselves for me? I'm at home, my computer desk, not doing shit. I'm boring. So what do?
I give
Talk
my
about fresh and fit.
And listen, let's keep it a buck.
Yeah,
it's a brilliant strategy.
No,
it really is.
It's really smart. But I'll tell you this, though. You know what's not smart? When you lie to the audience about what you believe in.
That's
Listen,
right.
I'm sure that they believe some very similar things, but they don't want to say it on camera because they don't want to come off as offensive or, you know, one-sided, which I understand.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what are you getting at us for being truthful?
Well, this is why a lot of people, they make the business decision to be centrists, right? Again, guys like Destiny, Abba, Preach, you don't know where they stand because they're always right in the middle.
Well, Destiny's to the left. At least he has the balls to actually debate people that he disagrees with. Which a lot of people, you guys hate Destiny. Look, I get along with him because at least he has the balls to come into the Lions Den and actually debate people that disagree with him. These other niggas, they'll never do it. They're cowards. But sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. You have to, and this is why this is not for the weak. Because if you make a point and somebody challenges your point, if you can't effectively rebuttal that, again, you don't belong in the business. And a lot of people are great at debating in the shower or pretending to debate. I'm not a good debater. I can have discussions. I'm not a good debater. That's why I don't debate. But at the very least, you got to know what you're talking about. Because again, I believe that we have one of the smartest audiences on the internet. And if you don't know what you're talking about, again, you'll get sussed out very, very quickly.
Ah, good point. Very good point. We got some more chats here?
Also, speaking of which, I'm going to be on Culture War, speaking of debating two liberals with Andrew Wilson.
Nice.
We're going to be talking to Luke Beasley and Josiah from Pondering Politics. So you guys have been asking for, me and Andrew to team up. So we're going to go ahead and team up and debate these guys on Friday on Culture War over on Tim Pool. Then you guys will see me on IRL after that. So it's gonna be litty, man. It's gonna be litty.
Good.
What do we got here?
Jabril. Take that ugly ass Eagles hat off.
Gorams.
Hashtag Gorams.
Okay. Donovan looking slimmer. Keep going, brother. Shout out to you, Waylo.
yeah,
Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate it.
For real.
Mr. Sharp, it's my birthday this week. Can I ask for a favor as an early birthday present? Ask you to make one of the 304s cry tonight. All right, guys.
You got it.
Xander Leo says, W. Donovan, I'm glad to see you back on. It's a joy to see your lively spirit warm the studio again. How's your wife? And would you be willing to stay on for After Hours? We could use a WFNF. Don't worry, he's going to be on
I will
tonight.
be here on After Hours for
He's
sure.
going to be here. We're trying to talk him into staying for Wednesday as well. For Womanizer Wednesday, a.k.a. Redpill shit.
You stupid. My man Mo.
So, actually, you know what? If we can get Tommy to come down on Wednesday, that'd be lit too.
Man, that would be fucking epic.
Here,
man.
let me text him right now.
I texted him. I texted him, but I don't know. You'll have to talk him into it.
Well, he doesn't know that you're staying potentially to Wednesday. So let me ask
So
him.
ask him.
Punisher. Don, I must say, I love your beanie. I'm optimistic, but I don't want to screw up the juju. Fly, Eagles, fly. Kiss my ass, Mo.
Damn right.
God damn.
Wait,
Mo.
hold on. Kiss my ass, Mo?
Yeah,
Listen,
pause,
man,
nigga.
I said this the day before the first yacht party. Big Mo is the only figure in this community that nobody doesn't like. I think that is literally the first negative comment about Mo in the history of everything.
Oh, no, there's a couple.
That's actually, and Punisher, that's actually the homie. So
Oh,
he's just
see that? Even his trolls are his friends.
That was not meant to be harmful, but there's some others. 666G says, Yo, Myron, quick question off topic. On the last After Hours, there was a young lady whom said she had her own line of cosmetics, including a cream of eczema. My wife has eczema real bad, and nothing's working. Do you have her info? Hopefully her products help.
Her IG should be on the last episode, bro. So go ahead and
wasn't it
reach out
titty
to
milk?
her. She said for one of them it was, yeah.
Oh, you better stop.
Yeah, it's titty milk, bro.
Oh my god.
One of them was,
Hey,
yeah.
if it works, it works, though.
I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, I ain't mad.
Yeah, have your wife reach out to her on Instagram, bro. Her IG's there.
And yes, it
Go
was.
check her out.
Yes, it was.
Over there.
Yeah, titty milk. Oh, God. Phoenix Light Games.
Which, hey, you know what, dude? I'll give her credit for that instead of being a fucking OF dot like these other 304.
She's trying
look,
at least.
Man, hey,
what I'm
she's helping
saying?
people out. Eczema is a real problem.
It is for a lot of people. Shout out to
milk.
Donovan Sharpe for being on FNF. Always getting great advice. I learned a lot from you, and I'm grateful. Keep doing what you're doing, and I promise to keep providing value to you as well. Shout out to you,
Absolutely.
Phoenix
Thank you, PLC.
Light Games.
It's funny. We had a Zoom call yesterday, and I brought up the idea of you doing content creation. People loved it because they're like, you know what? Donovan's been in the game for 10 years plus.
Yeah, man.
He would know what to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you've had a lot of attacks. People try to take your accounts down.
Oh yeah.
You've had
payment processors, all that.
you've been banned. So people sit there and say, "Oh, Donovan is his YouTube fell off," but it's like, bro, he's been shadow banned for years.
Yeah.
And so, are you focusing on like building a Rumble up now? Is that like
Yes.
what you're mostly focused on?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Building the Rumble up.
Really, dude, Rumble is like literally like.
It is the future, and I remember when Sneeko was in here, and he said Rumble is the future. That's the first time I ever heard that. But yeah, I'm making some minor content changes. I'm going to start bringing on people that disagree with me,
Okay.
so that I can learn. So that I don't know that I'll ever be a good debater, but I figure there's no better way to learn than to bring people on. And I'm going to start live streaming at night. So listen, man, and here's another tip for guys who want to be in the content creation game. You have to be able to adjust and adapt. Trees don't grow to the sky. You can't do the same kind of content forever and ever and ever and continue to go up. You're going to have to make changes. You're going to have to make strategy changes. You're going to have to adjust and evolve.
Yeah.
You guys have done that plenty of times, and I've been a little slow to evolve. That's probably why I've fallen off a little bit. Being shadow banned and reported and all that doesn't help. But yeah, I mean, I'll take some accountability for, and of course, I just made the move and everything. So there are many, many factors involved. But I think one thing that you need to be ready for is you have to be able to adjust. You have to have a curveball, in other words, if that makes sense.
That's a good point. All right, what's the next one? Trevon Suki. We have here, he says, fantastic collab per usual. Glad to see you on the podcast again, Mr. Sharpe.
Thank you.
Appreciate the wisdom from y'all tonight. Y'all made the YouTube journey / dream less daunting and attainable. Yeah, bro.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, yeah.
Like, listen, oh God, I mean, this shit is fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like,
Because it looks easy on paper.
It does.
Oh,
Like,
just get in front of a camera, film some content.
Listen, look, it's like if you have a smartphone and opinion, you can. The only nigga I know that had nothing but a smartphone and opinion who grew up was Alpha Male Strategies, but he is the outlier. Other than that, and even he knew what the fuck he was talking about. But this, guys, and I'm not trying to discourage anyone from doing what you want to do, but just understand, I'm not going to use soft words. This is showing, no, this shit is fucking hard, and if you ain't built like that, you're not going to last long. So just understand, you might be interested in this, but you're going to have to understand that this is not for most people. Yeah. Everybody wants to be a content creator until they're a content creator. Yeah,
there's a game being played at all times. You got to know how to play the game.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah, you have to know how to trust the right people and all that good stuff. So.
Yep. What's the next one, Bills? Ken Rose, 07.
Hey!
Thumbs up.
All right.
Donovan's guys.
He never says anything. He always just supports. So
man, a few words, huh?
Yeah. Few words, lots of emojis.
That's funny.
That's very normal. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Typical.
Ken Rose is the man, dude.
All right, that's it for now. All right, Donovan. So listen, we covered the basis, for example, the beginning stages. All right, you need 250 videos minimum to do collaborations. Yes. Have a schedule for content.
Yes.
Have things in place where you're actually making the content you love and care about, right? Now, let's say, for example, how do I go from, let's say, 5K subs to 10K, then 100K, then 1 million?
One word: consistency. And I remember when Myron used to come on my show, he used to talk about fitness, and the one thing that always stuck in my mind, your plan has to be consistent, which causes adherence. You have to have a schedule that you can consistently keep. YouTube, Rumble, it prioritizes consistency. People need to know when to find you. They need to know where to find you and when to find you. And what you really have to do as a content creator is you have to create a schedule in your fans' mind, right? Because all around the world there are different time zones, but if you're on at the exact same time every day, I think that's the quickest way to grow. Because, dude, I did TSR Live at 4:30 Eastern for like 3 years. That's when I shot to the top. Then when things started to tail off, I moved it back a little bit, called TSR Primetime. Then, I went up a little bit more. I've never done a late night show because I lived on the East Coast, but now I live in Reno. I live on the West Coast, so now I can start live streaming at 6, which is 9 o'clock on the East Coast. And again, I'm hoping that will sort of reinvigorate my channel. But the quick answer to your question, the biggest way to blow up is consistency. You can't stream on Monday and then Thursday and then no. It's got to be the same time. It's got to be the same days, the same time. Absolutely. It's got to be the same times. It's got to be same day, same time, all the time.
I would argue if you're clean, you make good content, and you're consistent, the algorithm will actually reward you for that.
Yes. Yeah.
But obviously, you know us for shadow ban. So
the algorithm will reward consistency. Yeah. Not that it doesn't reward engagement and quality. But if you want a superpower in the YouTube game, consistency should be your superpower.
Good point.
Yep.
All right. So let's say doing the beginning steps, doing that as well, but things are taking forever, bro. It's been almost 6 months. I'm still at 40K subs.
Is that all? 6 months? Let me give you a little tip, man. Listen, you gotta play the long game. You gotta play the long game. In order to be, and I know the internet makes everything look microwave, like overnight. Nothing. Like, it's funny. They see an overnight meteoric rise because you'll see a creator go from 10,000 subscribers to 50,000 in a month, and people think that that's the norm. But what you don't see is that person is grinding their ass off behind the scenes. They're live streaming every day. They know what they're talking about. They're passionate about what they're talking about. They genuinely want to help people. But you got to play the long game. If somebody comes to me, man, Donovan, man, I've been at this for 6 months. I mean, like, what's the problem? My answer is, like I said, is that all? Because if you want to do this, you're going to have to understand that this is, it honestly might be a lifelong commitment. You might not do it for a lifetime, but you got to be prepared to do it for a lifetime.
I watched Mr. Beast's interview a couple months ago. He spoke about doing YouTube for 7 years before he blew up. And I was like, wait, 7 years?
Yeah.
No content, not getting no views. And I'm like, all right, I don't know too many people that would stick through doing YouTube, getting no views for seven years. Yeah. That to me is commitment. But then again, it paid off. Look who he is today.
And the reason why he kept doing it, even though he was on YouTube for 7 years, is because he loves what he does. Exactly. And listen, man, The reason I do what I do is because I wish I had a Donovan Sharpe when I was coming up. You know, that's the way I look at it. And I derive immense satisfaction from people telling me, you changed my life. Dude, you will never know, like, the money and everything is great, but you will never know the ecstasy that comes with grown-ass men telling me, hey, man, you changed my life, or I've been watching you since 2017 or 2020. Oh, well, you're right. See, I'm always late. I remember my very first appearance on Fresh and Fit. I had no idea what cap was.
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah, I remember. I was like, yes, and don't cap. You know, I'm an old guy. What are you gonna do?
Hey, it works, man. You make it work, bro.
I try.
So listen, I'm all for staying in the game, keeping that longevity going, be consistent. Now let's bring in hate channels attacking you while you're on the way up.
Yeah.
Because let's say someone wants to be an RP creator, right? We handle it very well because we're used to this type of hate. But let's say someone's watching from the inside out and wants to get into this. What are they looking forward to?
You need to look forward to the haters, because when people put out hit pieces about you, what do? They come to your channel and they comment. Doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what they are commenting. The point is that you're getting engagement. I would advise guys, it's almost, I don't want to say look for the haters or look for those hit pieces, but I'm telling you, when you get hit pieces done on you, you have made it. You are you are worthy of someone taking the time to shoot, cut, and edit a video about you. And people, like, we just had this FS1 fallout with, you know, Joy Taylor and Skip Bayless and all that good stuff, right? And Joy Taylor's show Speak is now one of the highest rated on FS1. Now, it's not going to be that for long, but and listen, Joy Taylor should not be on TV, but it is what it is, right? So I would tell guys, like, you really need to embrace the hate, because I'll tell you this, when a lot of people blow up, when people start hating on you, right? They'll talk shit about you and blah 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 blah, and you'll notice that you're steadily gaining subscribers. Embrace the hate. Listen, haters are your unpaid marketing team. And you know what? It's funny. I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was thinking to myself, you know, if I were advising someone, you know, to do like a YouTube channel, I don't know, maybe hire someone off of Fiverr and have them do hit pieces on you. Because
that's funny you said that.
You know what I mean? If it bleeds, it leads. People are more likely to watch a hit piece on you than to watch you until they actually watch the hit piece.
So I struggle to understand relevancy in certain departments, because I'm like, why are some people more relevant than other people? And they do almost the same thing, but you know what it really is? It's the hate.
Yeah.
So imagine, right? Your timeline's filled with people that are hating on other people. So let's say, for example, I forgot about Donovan Sharpe.
Yeah.
Well, I was out of the blue. I'm on X or I'm on YouTube, and I say, Donovan Sharpe ends his YouTube channel. Here's a video. I'm like,
my
oh
God.
shit.
Oh Jesus.
Donovan's
that
back?
actually happened to me.
Click it.
Yes.
Oh, Donovan's still here. Let me tap in. Now people that forgot about you or kind of like went away. Oh, he's still here. Let me go check him out.
Yeah.
Now, I got a friend, Casey Redbeard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've known him for years.
He does content all over the world with different girls. And he got his first taste of viralness when Ivan Preach made a video about him.
What?
No, mind you, right? He's like, oh shit, bro, this is crazy. I'm like, bro, watch what happens next.
Congratulations.
So he had sales around a certain figure.
Sure.
It quadrupled after that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, there's a lot of power in being hated. Now, granted though, obviously you want to have some good in there too as well.
Sure.
But for the most part, being hated does lead to monetary gain, which, and surprisingly, you know who kind of made that a whole stick? Andrew Tate. He turned that hate into money. And
that's right.
Listen, man, I'll tell you this. At the end of the day, if you're relevant in the spirit of things, you can make money and make moves. But if you're not, you can make content, but nobody really cares.
You could be the world's greatest content creator. If other creators are not talking about you for better or worse, you will never make it.
Yeah.
Again, and the hate, sometimes in the beginning it used to suck, but you really have to understand that once you start getting haters, and people say it all the time, haters are your biggest fans, but they don't really believe it, because when it happens to them, oh, what do I do? No, man. Embrace the hate, because if people are talking about you, that means you are relevant.
Perfect. Okay, Donovan, I've made the content. I'm a consistent creator. I'm doing all those right steps. How to monetize off the platform?
So the way I did it is, so how to monetize off the platform, I would do like Patreon or do your website. Do like, paid subscriptions, books, courses, et cetera, et cetera. That's how I made my money. Books, courses, and womanese and things like that. If if you have like a specialty, like in dating and relationships, like if you do relationship management, I would highly suggest doing books and courses, because if you're doing content, you can also do books, and it's easy. I mean, well, it's easy for me to write books, because I type quickly. But for me, if I were advising someone, I would say that the best way to monetize off the platform is to go multi platforms, write a book, do a course, and do things, create content that's not on any platform, and then sell that offline. I think that's the formula.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I remember Steven Crowder got demonetized on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he went about it a totally different way. He was like, you know what? I got you guys. And then obviously Rumble came along, supported him. Shout out to Rumble, by the way.
Yeah.
The real bosses in
It's the
free
future.
speech platforms. And he started doing his own membership.
There you
and
go.
that covered more than YouTube revenue and more and way more.
Yeah, that's what you guys did.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much.
That's what you guys did. You guys make more money now.
Yeah.
You guys were demonetized back in August of 21 or 22 or something like that.
Yeah.
You guys make more revenue now that you have been demonetized than you did when you were monetized. And again, if you get demonetized, and see, this is the thing. This is and I'm very, very fortunate. I don't know how this is, but I'm still monetized. I don't know how I'm still monetized, but I am. So I'm one of the fortunate ones.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, but I know my time is coming. I mean, at some point they're gonna, cut me from the partner program. But yeah,
I mean, I don't really think so, man. I think you got to be on their radar, I would say.
yeah,
Yeah.
you really. And I'm not on their radar
Yeah.
anymore. And I think
Yeah.
that's probably the reason. Which is fine with me. I don't care. Keep the super chats rolling in.
But this is the type of content that people don't really look into. I think you got to build relationships.
Yes.
Outside of the content creation world.
Yes, absolutely.
And a lot of people, they just make content. Okay, I'm a great creator. I'm this and that. But when it comes to making things happen, for the platform itself, if you're not able to negotiate, conversate, or even
Yes.
be in certain rooms, then it's almost they're going to shut you out at some point.
Yes.
So I think having that connection with people that are established in the industry helps a lot too. For example, Rumble.
Yeah.
How much if you didn't have Rumble?
Dude, I don't know where we would be without
Exactly.
Rumble. And I've said this for years. Any man can do anything he wants to do. You just can't do it alone. Like,
Yeah, you need a team.
yeah, you need like we need each other, man. I don't think any of us would be where we are today if not for each other. And I told you earlier, MLD, I was having a conversation with him. He's like, dude, we all made the most money when we were all working together. And I also think that relationships are absolutely one of the key. Relationships are probably one of the most important elements of content creation, to be honest with you. And I know a lot of guys like to go solo, and you don't want to have to rely on anybody. And I get that. But you've got to put yourself out there. You have to build relationships, because if you don't build relationships, you're going to be on an island. So, like, for example, like I've been shadow banned and this and that and a third, but I have a good relationship with you guys, and this will help me to get subscribers and this and that and a third. If you're shadow banned but you don't know anybody, you're a man on an island without a team. So I agree.
All right, good points. All right, we can open up the phone lines, right, for Castle Club members as a live Q&A. Is that cool?
Let's do it.
Yeah, for Donovan. I mean, we got time now.
Do you want to do Zoom call?
Castle Club Zoom call.
All right, let's do it.
In the meantime, got
Two
some
birds,
chats.
one stone, man. There you go.
There you go.
guys were thinking about doing one later.
Might as well add some more value. There's some very good points, by the way.
Looking fresh.
If you can add those points and write it down, that's a good formula to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, man. And I think this is where loving what I go back to the Mr. Beast thing. The only reason why Mr. Beast was still doing YouTube but nobody knew who the fuck he was after 7 years is because he loved what he was doing. You got and when you get it, now I'll tell you this, when you get into this, you will quickly find out whether or not this is for you or not. If you've been at this for 6 months and things aren't going as quickly as you want them to, but you still wake up thinking of ways to improve your content, then this business is definitely for you.
Good point. Uncle Luke, 1980s. What do you say? Eagles versus Bills, Super Bowl, Donovan.
I would love to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl, but if I were a betting man, I'd have to say Detroit Lions and Kansas City.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I hope the Eagles get to the Super Bowl. I think we have the best roster in football, but I don't know. They're really, really good up in Detroit. And on the other side, until somebody until somebody beats number 15 in red at Arrowhead, it's going to be the Chiefs.
Well, you're a sports guy. Go ahead.
I don't even see Bills beating the Ravens. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are way too like on a roll.
Now you know what? That's actually a very good point. And the Bills' defense is not that. Like the Bills' defense is not built like that. I remember I think they played the Lions and the Rams on back-to-back weeks. Josh Allen, solidified MVP, 40 points a game. They won those shootouts, but their defense was like a sieve. And I agree, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry have the potential to run through the Bills like a hot knife through butter. That being said, the game is being played in Buffalo, and that crowd is raucous. And if there's bad weather, I'm going advantage Bills.
But they snow out in Baltimore too, so it's not like.
You're right, but the Bills are the only team that actually looks like they like playing in the snow. Yeah. Like when it snows, it looks like they're playing backyard football. They love it to snow. So I would agree with you. If anyone's going to beat the Buffalo Bills, it's definitely the Ravens. I wouldn't be surprised if either team won. You make a good point. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are probably the second best quarterback running back combination in football. Of course, my guy Saquon, and they're not too far behind because Saquon got 2,000 yards, Derrick Henry almost 2,000 yards. And I think Lamar Jackson's probably the best ball carrier. Lamar Jackson is like a wide receiver when he carries the football. Jalen Hurts is like a running back. Yeah. Jalen Hurts has tailback skills. Lamar Jackson has wide receiver skills. Derrick Henry is a sledgehammer, and Saquon Barkley is fucking Superman.
I just believe that the loss of Stephon Diggs is going to finally bite them in the ass, especially this deep into the playoffs.
Yes.
That's my big
thing. I love Stephon Diggs, but there's a saying in sports, sometimes it's addition by subtraction. Mm-hmm. Love Stephon Diggs, but the Bills became a better team when he left.
Stephon does definitely dig.
Stephon Diggs.
All right. What do we got here? That was it? Okay, that was all.
All right.
Yeah.
Zoom call.
Are we going to do one right now?
Yeah, we're going to do it right now.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Our link should be in CastleClub, right, guys?
Yes. In the CastleClub.
And then Noble, any announcements for the chat?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, the premium thing is sales done, guys. If you didn't get in at 65, then I think Noble already closed it. So it's going up to 98. So we'll go ahead and answer some questions here.
Let's do it.
Are we gonna stay on stream and do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can. Yeah.
All right. But
this is my favorite. This is my favorite thing to do is to talk to the people. This is my this is my favorite element of this. Love to live stream, love to educate people, but I love to talk to the people. That's why I love doing this.
You know who does this very well? Has been doing this for years.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
is that you?
Got the memes.
Holy shit!
They AI'd me.
Oh my god! Scroll back up. That looks just like him.
Brother, yeah.
Yo, that is fucking classic.
Someone send me this, please.
Yo, that looks just like you. They even got the nose right. They got the nose right. This is great.
Yeah, you can show it on the screen so they can see it.
This is gold.
Brother, yeah.
Yo, that is crazy.
This for me.
Yeah, that's in CastleClub, man.
I swear to God, y'all's audience is fucking creative, man.
They are. They are, man. We got one of the best audiences, bro.
Yep.
Super based. Super based, super funny.
I'm putting that on.
And I like how our fans playfully troll us. I love it, man.
It's good. It's definitely good. All right, so we got the Zoom thing ready.
Yeah, let me make it now.
Okay, put the headphones on so you can hear what's going on too. Go ahead, Noble.
Oh yeah. So the calendar is posted in the WAP for the rest of the month for the Zoom call schedule. So everyone who is in premium, go check that out. And then, secondly, anyone who bought the annual for $8.99, you guys should have an email in your email from freshandfitmanager@gmail.com, and that will go and give you access to locals. And then, lastly, we'll have instructions, a new set of instructions for the Discord posted after the show because a lot of you guys were having trouble with it. So, yep, that's for locals, by the way, the locals Discord. So.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's up first?
Oh, 1 second. We got 2 hands. All right, we got Bye.
Shout out to CastleClub, man.
Real shit.
On locals.
Bye, let's go.
All right, there.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up,
Good.
man? All right, Donovan's here, so let her rip.
So I have a question for Donovan. I remember you said that your wife built your app and your website.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So I'm going into that field as well. I was wondering from like your perspective, like what was like the biggest like benefits and difference going from like not having that and doing and running your show and then going to from that and then going to having that.
Yeah, financially, it's a good. And Fresh actually referenced this earlier. You know what happens when you get shadow banned? What happens when you're losing subscribers? Having an app and multiple websites that is what will carry you. Because you listen, adversity is going to come, and if you don't have your own app, if you don't have your own, well, you don't have to have an app and a website, but if you do, the advantages are innumerable.
Makes sense.
Oh, I guess I answered his question.
All right. Who's next?
Also, remember, guys, the link for the Zoom meeting, it is available pinned in the CastleClub news feed or the locals feed.
John? Joshua.
What's poppin', guys? How you guys doing?
Good.
What's up, man?
So, obviously, Fresh, you helped me out last time, and now we're talking about content creating.
Yes.
Do you think it's a good idea that I should try and do content creating for my budgeting thing to get myself more exposure in that
110%.
sense?
And listen, you got Donovan here to help you back it up, actually, with some actual strategy behind it. So ask away.
So, do you think I should try and have these things pre-thought out, or should I just do it on the fly,
No.
like doing it live, or should I try and do
So Donovan,
like some?
he has a passion for helping people get out of debt and finance.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to put it on YouTube to kind of express that and gain more customers and more following.
The answer to your question. So ask your question one more time, and then I'll give you the answer.
Long story short, I'm trying to start a new business with budget coaching, helping others create, get out of debt and things of that sort. And I want to try and not, go through Google ads and things of that sort. So with the topic being on content creating, how should I go about it when it comes to trying to gain more following?
Yeah. So I remember in the beginning you asked, should I do freestyle, so to speak, or should I script it out? The answer is yes. Okay. You should absolutely do both. You should have notes before you go live, have your talking points. And here's another tip I'll give you. Your audience will give you your talking points. You have to start off, you have to have a fire starter. Have 9 or 10 bullet points of things you want to talk about, script it out. But as you're actually doing something live, your audience will give you talking points to do. So definitely script things out and freestyle at the same time, because again, if you know what you're talking about, you can do it pretty easily. But pay attention to your chat, because your chat will ask you questions. Answer your chat's questions.
So we mean doing both at the same time. Do you mean I should try and have topics and then freestyle on each topic?
Yes, there it is. That's it.
What he's saying as well, just understand it should be a part of who you are.
Right.
So it should be in you anyway to talk about it. Some people bring up certain topics on stream or, for example, in comments, oh, I could talk about that too as well because I know about that. And they build upon that.
Oh, sure.
All right. And I guess one more thing to add to that. I heard that on YouTube that I would need to have at least 1,000 subscribers to start YouTube live streaming, right? Or is that anytime?
I don't even know. I think you can live stream.
The requirements do change depending on their guidelines.
That's a good question.
Let me double check that for you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know. I don't know what the live streaming requirements are, because I've got like, I think I've got like 6 or 7 channels, and they're all well over 1,000 subscribers. So I guess I kind of take
to
that
live
for granted.
stream, you need 50 subs.
Perfect.
And 90 days on your channel with no restrictions. I think that's pretty much it.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for the questions, man.
Unless this is open.
Shout out to you guys. Bye.
Shout out to you, bro.
All right, we got Trevon Suki next.
Oh no, you need 1,000 subs.
Oh, you need 1,000 subs. Okay.
1,000 subs, yeah,
I did
yeah.
not realize
For
that.
mobile, you need 50, but you need 1,000 subs on the actual channel.
Okay.
Trevon, what up?
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Good to see y'all, and all good again, bringing the wisdom here to the rest of us.
Yep.
Mr. Sharpe, I wanted to ask about idea generation. talk about thinking about YouTube as a decade-long game. How do you come up or continue coming up with ideas that maximize the amount of value you bring to your audience?
Oh my God. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. It's got to be in you, man. And I know that's not the answer that you're looking for, but well, and boy, that's listen, follow other creators, okay? Watch other creators that are in your space, in your field, and you will get ideas like that. Try to come up with original ideas, but yeah, follow other creators, look on social media, Instagram, Twitter, etc., etc. Also, if you want a following, open up a Discord, and when you start getting fans, they'll send you videos, articles, websites, etc., etc. If you start a Discord, at a certain point, you will never run out of content.
That's true.
Okay.
Or Telegram.
Okay.
Or Telegram, yeah.
Either or.
Let's create a community for the rest of them. Okay, that makes sense. Because it kind of piggybacks on what you said to the last gentleman just now, talking about your comments. Yep. The comments from your viewers can help facilitate ideas. And I'm just always thinking, like, I'm thinking super long term, but I know that's a little fearful at the same time. Like, am I going to run out of ideas? But I should probably just as I continue the journey, things will populate. Huh?
Yes, once once you get started, once you have that momentum, you will never run out of ideas. It's literally impossible.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Of course. Thanks for the question.
I mean, look at us. We've been doing content for how long with no stop in sight, with content being there nonstop.
Here's the thing.
Why is that?
Here's the thing. It's because you have people on who have differing opinions. It's the girls, right? Pearl, the reason why she blew up is because she had people on that disagreed with her. The late, great Kevin Samuels, same thing. And I remember his forum, he's like, listen, pull up if you have a disagreement. Like, that's how Average at Best got started. Kevin started off, as we all know, as a men's, image consultant, and black women loved him because he was holding men accountable. But then when he started holding women accountable, that's when he blew up. And, right, exactly. But yeah, bring people on who have differing opinions than you, and you will never go wrong. That's why you guys have been around for a while, because you don't only have people and guests on who agree with you. You guys have differing opinion. Yep, you guys have girls, literally, who have differing opinions, and that's why people tune in every night.
All right.
Definitely don't want to be an echo chamber. That's, I think, one of the mistakes that a lot of channels end up having is like just becoming an echo chamber.
Yeah, of course.
Make sense?
Thanks for the question, man.
Oh, I didn't. I had to unmute myself. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
and
it's a good question. Makes a good question.
All right.
Who's up next?
Riley.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
What's up,
good.
man?
I'm just a little bit sick. Is this only for content creation, or could I ask a real estate question?
If you're gonna ask a real estate question, I think that's Myron's specialty.
Yeah, go ahead.
So how would basically my parents want to be able to provide me and my siblings with help for a down payment for a piece of property, but I obviously want to buy a duplex or more. How would I go upon that with them giving me money and not having to pay taxes on that? Do you know?
Well, anytime you get money given to you for a down payment, it could be problematic, bro. Because the bank is going to want to know the source of those funds, because they're going to want to see how you got it.
So legally, families allowed to give their kids up to $18,000 a year per parent, untaxed. Do you suggest just collecting that for a couple years, or is there any way that you could buy the property with your family or a family member?
Well, it depends.
And
What kind of loan? What kind of loan are you going to get?
Well, I guess it would just be a standard mortgage.
So basically, you're a 30-year fixed.
Probably lower than that. I'll probably be able to put down at least 40 or 50% for a
No. The mortgage. The mortgage. I'm asking. You're going to get a 30-year fixed loan, right?
If that's the suggestion, I was going to try to go for 15.
A 15-year. You know your mortgage is going to be significantly more expensive if you do that, right? Like double the price.
So might as well just get a 30.
I mean, again, okay. How much is the house, and how much are you trying to put down?
Well, it's in between 6 and 7, and I'd like to be putting down about 250 or 300.
God damn.
That's a hell of a down payment.
A $600,000 house? It's a duplex?
It's a triplex.
Nigga, where you live?
At?
Wow.
Nigga, where you live?
Reno.
He lives in my goddamn city.
I mean, $600K for a triplex isn't terrible.
Is it South Reno?
It's not terrible.
Yeah, but putting it down for a first property, do FHA.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing I was going to ask. Like, are you planning to live in it or not?
You could do multiple.
Yeah, I'm gonna live in it for 12 months and then hopefully get the fuck out of it.
Yeah, if you're going to live,
it's
then
not-
there's no point. Then if you're going to live in it, bro, then just put the bare minimum down and get another house.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, so do a couple properties at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
actually the way I did it in Vegas.
yeah, that's you're better off like taking that capital and like putting it into other houses if you're going to live in it. If you're going to buy as an investor, then yeah, you got to put your 20-25% down. But if you're going to go ahead and live in it for a year, then and you're going to get a triplex on top of that, which means you'll have 2 tenants to offset the cost of the mortgage. Then yeah, dude, absolutely go with the FHA. Put as little down as possible, and that'll be better for you because it won't scrutinize the funds as bad.
Okay, that makes sense. And then
yeah, that's what I would do.
Because I would want to do that and then immediately get a rental property after that. Are you saying that I'd put the 20% down on the second piece of property?
Yes, I would.
You would have to,
Yeah.
because if you're going to get the second house, right? So so let's say you buy the first house, you do your FHA, and you live in it for a year, right? But another deal comes by, and you're like, damn, this house is a good deal. Well, you can't move into that one because you still have to, meet the prerequisites of living in your first home for a year. So for that second house, you would have to put the 20% down. Because you would have to buy that. You would have to get that second house as an investor.
Okay, that makes sense.
Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, that does.
First one is residential, so you can get it for 3.5% to 5%. Then, while you're in that house, let's say a year hasn't elapsed, then you can go ahead and get the second house. But that second house you're going to have to buy as an investor, which means you've got to put 20 to 25% down.
Okay, perfect. All right, that's just about all. Thank you, boys, for always answering the questions.
No worries, man.
Let me just comment on this. Anybody thinking about moving to Reno, don't. It's a dump.
Why do you say that?
It's not. I'm just trying to discourage people from moving to literally the best kept secret in America, Reno, Nevada.
I really fucking like to hear that. And if I can get a second, my parents actually are building a house up in Reno. I live in Southern California, and right now I'm actually renting one of my parents' house from them over on the beach.
Okay.
But it's fucking ridiculously expensive here, and I'm not going to spend the rest of my fucking life here. So I'd like to be able to, kind of do my own shit. And yeah, with the assistance of the parents, I still want to be able to grind it and do it myself too.
Absolutely.
So it's not
how old are you, bro?
I'm 24.
Oh, he's a young boy.
Okay.
He's a young boy. Yeah, I will die.
That's a blessing, man.
I will die in Reno.
Yeah,
I'm never moving in. That place is awesome.
So it looks like your family has some coin. So don't fuck it up. Yeah, dude, pick up that first house, live in it, and then as far as the second house goes, depending on whether it's a year in or not, that will dictate whether you buy the second house as an investor. But understand that when you buy house and you're putting a big down payment on it, they're going to want to know where that money came from. They're going to scrutinize you. Anytime you get a loan from the bank, bro, they're going to want W-2s, tax returns, income. They're going to want all that shit. And even if you do get that money as a gift, it could still be problematic for you when you're getting a loan.
Right.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah. And then just who else is on the Zoom call? What's your name, sir? Not
Fresh.
Myron or Fresh, but
My name's Donovan.
Donovan? Yep. Okay, cool. I'm going to follow you, Donovan. I appreciate that. It's good to hear that you like Reno up there.
Oh, dude, it is.
Yeah, check them out on YouTube and on Rumble.
Yeah. I'm just, I can't, again, just to update everyone, I moved to Reno from the Philadelphia area. And it, I can't even begin to describe the lifestyle change. Dude, there's more space. The vistas are picture perfect. We have a mountain in our backyard. If you could become a photographer living where I live. It's just
nice.
Best decision I've ever made in my life.
Do you live in South or Sparks or where?
South. No, definitely South Reno. Definitely South Reno.
Okay.
I don't go north of 85, bro.
Okay, cool. Yeah, my parents live off of Mount Rose Highway. So everything around there.
Yeah, Mount Rose area, Galena, Damani Ranch. Yeah, that area is fucking brilliant.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll try to keep it on topic though. Who's up next?
Ibrahima?
Oh, yeah.
That's Alchemist.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yo, Myron, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Or yes. Myron.
I just want to tell Myron request, thank you for last time. I just find a job, so I'm trying to work. I'm working on Target right now, and I just monetize on X. I just want to say that.
All right.
You got a job quick.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
Yeah, good stuff, bro. Good work.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. That's it.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you were able to get yourself out of that situation, man. And like I said before, man, fast money typically comes with slow problems. So don't associate with those scammers ever again, bro, and just make your money legit and clean from this point forward.
Yeah, bro.
Let me, Myron, AC469 says, who's Donovan Sharpe? Would you like to tell him who I am?
There would be no Fredfield without Donovan Sharpe, guys. So go check him out on YouTube and on Rumble.
That's who I am.
So just go check him out.
And it saved many lives.
Go watch his stuff.
Yep.
Womanese.
He'll help you out enormously, I promise you guys. Is that a mistake that he's here?
Thank you,
all right.
appreciate that.
Baith Roel, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Eddie.
You don't want to go to...
No, yeah, he's been on before. That's somebody new.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Eddie.
All right, go ahead, Eddie, and then we'll go back to Baith after. Go ahead. And just so you guys know, these are with our CastleClub guys, man. So join CastleClub guys. It's $35 a month, and you get to fucking talk to us once or twice a week. We had a Zoom call last night too.
Yeah,
we've been giving you guys even more value, man. So
it's like $1.16 a day, man. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Damn, I didn't even think about that. $1.06. Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah. Just 35 divided by 30. Yeah, just
Yeah, man.
You guys talk about free speech.
$1, man. Basically $1 a day, bro.
Support free speech.
Support free speech. Support us, and we support you guys back. We give you guys fucking life-saving advice like this, like save you guys a bunch of money. That dude was gonna put 25% down on a house he was gonna live in.
One guy had 5 accounts for debt, like really bad debt, and he didn't know what to do. We gave him some advice.
Holy shit!
Solving it day by day right now.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So I'm telling you, bro, it helps.
Talk about a hole, man. Holy shit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
So
go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, Eddie. Okay, Zoom user. Can you hear us or no?
Yeah, I can hear you. There we go. I just got a question. I called into Money Monday a couple, before Christmas. I called in. I was moving down to Miami, and you guys told me to start networking in the Telegram chat.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually just got kicked out of the Telegram chat today because I was networking and teaching people actually how to trade, and Noble kicked me out. And I'm just wondering, is there anything you guys can do about it? Because I'm actually giving heavy value in the chat, and Trucker can vouch for me. And Tooth can vouch for me too, that I'm actually a real trader giving a lot of value. And just wondering if there's anything to either get you guys approval. I have receipts that I actually do withdraw from the market, 5 years, lots of hours in the market that I know what I'm talking about, and lots of client reviews. A lot of people can vouch for me in the chat, and Noble kicked me tonight.
All right, this is going to be a public execution, bro. Noble told you not to repeat soliciting people, right? And you continued, right? Is that not correct?
No,
hold on. And also, you didn't confirm with us who you are, what you do. You just, hey, do you want to learn how to trade? I can teach you. That's not cool, bro. So Noble spoke to you because I told him to. Hey, bro, chill with that shit. You did it again today because people told me you did, by the way. And I'm like, bro, who is this guy? He didn't ask us. He didn't ask for permission. Nothing. Now, you might be a great trader, nice guy, but it's our group, bro. So unless you ask, don't do that, bro. And that's why he kicked you.
Is there any way I can get permission? Because I can legitly prove how, I'm an actually trader. A lot of these scammers out here, I actually sit down one-on-one with my clients and actually teach them.
We have Rob, my guy Casper, that are verified, have been in it for years. And listen, you might be too as well. But again, I'm actually coming to your house, right? Making my own rules and says, oh, you know what? I'm going to take my shoes off.
Good analogy.
When I feel like in your own home. That's what's happening here, bro. And listen, we gave you a chance. I said, you know what? Don't get him out yet. We'll tell him what to do so he doesn't make that mistake again.
Yeah.
But you did it again, bro. And I'm like, bro, why are you doing this?
Well, I wasn't soliciting. I was telling people if they need help, DM me because I can literally help. And if they want further instructions, let me get on a Zoom with you and then I can show you. Because
what is happening?
A lot of people teach the wrong way.
Let me make this very clear, bro. Right? I got niggas everywhere. In real life, in chats, and as well in membership, bro. If you do some fuck shit, I'm gonna find out. And I found out about your fucking ass, bro. So don't come down, nigga, you're done. Yo, get him out of here, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think what is happening is he wants the audience, but he does not want to provide value. He's saying, take my word for it that I know what I'm talking about. You gotta show it another way, man.
See, I'm all for helping people out,
of course,
and giving value.
Yeah,
but when you go behind our back doing that shit, it's weird, bro.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to take a shortcut, and shortcuts don't. That shit doesn't fly, man.
Bro, whatever, man. Who's next? Because imagine they lose money.
Yeah.
You know what they're gonna say? Oh, Fresh and Fits guy
Fresh and Fits
lost
guy,
his money.
blah, 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 blah. Yeah,
But we
you don't even
who
know
this
the guy. You don't even
Who
vet
is
him.
this nigga, bro?
Yeah.
I don't know who this nigga is.
Right.
Do you know who he is? I don't know who he is.
Yeah, that was weird.
Bro, and you know what's funny? We warned him. He messaged my guy and
he
said,
came back again.
He said, bro, do you need help with trading? I could teach you, bro. Bro, my guy, yo, Fresh, look at this shit. I'm like, nigga, you're done.
Yeah,
And
2
that's
strikes
it.
and you're out, bro.
Yeah, I give you a chance, bro. That's some fuck shit, man.
Yeah. He tried to take a shortcut. And listen, maybe he does know what he's talking about. We'll never know.
Well, too late now.
Yeah.
Scam them, you scam us, bro. Hell no. All right, who's next? See, you didn't even know about that shit. I did it on the side. They came here trying to talk shit. All right, who's next?
Alex, hey, unmute.
Hey, what's up, man?
So,
I have a question for Donovan.
Okay.
Hey, I have a question. Are there rules to content creation, bro? Like, when you're creating content, are there any rules to it?
There aren't any rules, but I would say the most important elements of being a successful content creator is consistency.
Consistent?
Yep. If you are consistent, if people know when to find you and where to find you, you will be more successful than the greatest content creator who is inconsistent. That is the key.
Okay. And are you moving to AI content creation, or
no, I don't want to do because like I'm me. Like I'm the guy. Like I don't want AI talking for me or whatever the case may be. So.
Okay, yeah, that'll be all, man. I appreciate your time.
No problem.
I think AI is better suited for editing. And
Yes,
things like
there
that.
you go. There you go. Yeah. That's
like
a very good point.
Yeah.
AI is good for editing. Not
Editing
creation.
and small shit like that.
Yeah,
scheduling, but not creation itself.
No. Because anybody can do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Go ahead, Rob.
You said Rob Bass? What?
Hey, yo, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right, what's up, Myron? What's up, Fresh? Shout out to you, Donovan, for just being an OG in the space, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been around since the Redman group, and I was around for 21 Studios
that's
beef
way
shit.
back.
So,
Wow. Well, thank you.
way back, yeah, man. Okay, so somebody trying to make it in the RP space, I'm trying to create content for Asian guys. My question is, what kind of content has worked best for you? Like, was it reaction videos, call-in shows? Like, were they like those politically charged videos or
reaction videos?
Reaction videos.
Okay. I blew up on YouTube when I started doing play-by-play breakdowns of the Netflix show Love Is Blind. That is literally the reason why I am where I am. Because when you react to interpersonal dynamics between men and women, you're commenting on what is happening in real time, and like that's my superpower. It's my superpower. I love to do it. And you know, the RP, like if you want to point out the RP, just watch and break down dating shows. It's the gift that keeps on giving, man.
Yeah, man. So I guess this is kind of like a part 2 question because, like, I mean, there's a lot of people, like, there's a lot of blue pill people in the space right now, and like they make some really whack dating content. So if I started reacting to that and kind of like
that's another good idea.
Being an enemy, sort of say, like, or
no, you don't have to be an enemy. Just be an antagonist. If there's a blue pill guy giving blue pill dating advice, react to that and debunk their talking points one by one.
I'll give you an example. 2 days ago, we did a debate with Lakari on Casey Redbeard.
Oh, yeah.
Lakari did a reaction to one of Casey's videos, and he said, you know what? I don't like this.
Yep.
Because XYZ.
Yep.
And now they did a debate after that, so you never know where it could take you, bro.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, react to it. React to blue pill content creators. That's another great idea.
Dope.
Good job.
That helps a lot because I've just been shotgunning content out and seeing what kind of sticks. So appreciate that, man.
What will stick.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the support, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
One of the coolest things that people tell me is like, man, I've watched you since the Redman group, or I've watched you since 2020. Like that's pretty cool, man. That never gets old.
All right.
Who's up next?
Uh-oh. Not this guy, man. Not this guy, bro.
Uh-oh.
I know what you're about to say right now. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't even need to say it. You already know. You the king of ducking and dodging and catching those hands, man.
Okay, so let me explain what happened. So
Here we go.
We played
Here we
Smash
go.
Brothers, right? You know the video game.
Oh yeah.
And
Old school.
okay, to be fair, he beats me sometimes.
Sometimes
Okay.
I've
Most
beaten
of the
you
time.
every time we've played. You
Most of the
won
time.
the one time I picked
I
a
won
random
one
character.
time when I stopped playing this nigga.
You retired. I already beat you, bro. I don't want to play you
I
no
am
more.
tired, bro. Retired. I'm gonna call her real quick. All right, what's the question, bro? Go ahead.
This man a bully Casey on Smash was scared to plug up. Anyway.
He's stupid.
Anyway, I was just gonna. I mean, I guess it's not directly content creation related, but and I don't know if you, Fresh, or Donovan, or even Myron. A lot of people, I think, don't. How can I say it? They don't have a straight like goal in mind when it comes to like passion or what they want to do. So basically, the question is, would you make a video, or what is your quick advice or information on like the 4% rule? Is that even a thing anymore? If you like, let's say, just have a million, 500,000 or something like that, you know, and people like live off 4% of that, put it in a bank, and just kind of live off the interest of that. Is that even viable anymore? And do you just put it all in one bank, or it's like kind of spread it out over multiple banks? Because I don't know. I don't have like a real passion. Like I do stuff here and there, but I'm like, okay, I might as well just get a bunch of money and just try to live off of that rather than like trying to find a passion in something that doesn't pay as much. Because as I get older, like these passion jobs don't really pay as much. So
that's a financial question. I think that's probably a question better suited for Myron. You know, I'm not in the financial field, so I mean, I would love to answer your question, but I just don't have the answer.
So is it more like you just want to make money and not focus on passion projects because they don't really pay like how you would think they would pay?
pretty much. I'm a vet tech right now because you know I love animals and stuff.
Oh
so
wow, that's cool.
I deal with
really cool.
I deal with animals, but they don't pay a lot. It's capped. You only got really like vet, like technician, and then doctor. And technicians don't, you know, never going to make as much as a doctor. So I was thinking about going to IT, which I still plan on kind of studying and doing, but
it sounds to me like you need to find your purpose, right? And a lot of times you don't find your purpose finds you. You know?
How old are you, bro?
I had a feeling everybody asked me, I'm going to tell you for sure, but how old do you think I am? I get 28, 27, 29.
We can just tell the chat, nigga. Oh, no.
I was just wondering because I'm 32. I just turned 32.
Cool. Well, listen, it took me literally 28 years to find my purpose.
Right.
Now, it could take you 40 years.
Yeah.
It just depends on the person and what's going on in their life. But what I will say is that, like, you could go down two paths here, bro. You can either focus on making money, stack it up, and then live off of that. But I find that when you go down that path, you don't have a purpose-driven life. Right. And you kind of just, like, die out slowly and surely.
Yeah.
And it's not fulfilling at all for men. But you can also go down the path of having a purpose-driven life and passion where you make money with your career and you love it. And for example, let's say you don't make money in the very beginning. Eventually you will because you love the passion, you love the drive, and it's very fulfilling for your lifestyle as well. Now, and again, you don't know what that is right now, understandable. But if you keep trying different things, you will find something that you do love and care about. And again, listen, you're a vet tech now, but doesn't mean you're going to stay there forever. Try different things, bro. Try IT. You actually might like it. Or maybe you might like cybersecurity, programming, whatever it may be. Try different things. But don't give a hoe yet, because I'll say this right now. Making a lot of money is cool, but having a purpose behind what you do is 10 times better, bro.
Preach it.
You ever hear someone say, oh, bro, I'm going to retire, live on the beach, and live that lifestyle?
Right. They die young because there's nothing to do.
That shit is so played out and fake, bro. I'm telling you right now, that shit does not work.
Listen, Clint Eastwood is 94 years old, and he is still acting and directing in movies. He says, I'm going to die in the director's chair. That's what you need to find.
Yeah. Even for me now, bro, like, it's changed a little bit, but, like, my purpose, that what makes me happy is going outside, meet people, and saying, yo, bro, you changed my life. Or, for example, yo, bro, because of you, I made this connection at work or this networking event, and, like, it changed everything for me. So that, to me, turns me up. Like, oh, this
that's
is
you.
lit.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So for you, I don't know what that is, but you got to try different things, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people, you've heard this over the years.
Yeah.
Fresh is useless, da-da-da-da. You guys got to understand, man. Like, Fresh's superpower is networking and is literally the reason why there are people here every night.
Yeah.
Yep. I appreciate the advice, man. Just next time I see you log on.
You gonna unretire, Fresh? You gonna unretire? You gonna put that undefeated record on the line, bro?
Listen, my purpose is not Smash.
No, I know. You got your one win.
We go! We go!
All right, man. Thanks for the advice, man.
All right, man. No problem, bro. It's all love here. Just kidding. I'm not going to fight you, bro. All right, who's next?
Nope.
We got Jarrell.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good, man.
I just want to piggyback off of Rob's question in regards to content creation, especially in the Redpill space. How do you balance anonymity with content?
You don't. There is no balance with anonymity. There is no such thing as a good anonymous content creator. It's like a waterproof mop, a solar-powered flashlight, a good cheap mattress. So at some point, you have to make a choice. If you want to be a successful content creator, you're gonna have to understand that your privacy is out the door. Is that worth it to you? Yes or no? That's the decision you have to make.
Wait a minute, nigga. Why you trying to hide?
Well, because
he's going to be anonymous.
I have a career. I have a career with a company that I have a job that I love. I work for a good company, but it's a company that is very woke, very conservative. And even though the content that I want to start creating has nothing to do with what I do for a living, we always know that when you start talking about male female interpersonal dynamics, especially with me, I'm someone who has been traveling internationally for years, and so I want to start doing content around that. And so it can, and it's also kind of controversial, especially when I sit back and I see all the mistakes that a lot of gentlemen make when they're dating and traveling internationally. I'm from Philly, just like Donovan.
Hey, there you go.
And I don't know how I'm in Texas now, and I am struggling out here. Not being able to order Chinese at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, or missing my cheesesteaks and hoagies.
Sure,
but that's another story.
Right.
But yeah, I started dating. So I've been traveling for being in the military, and traveling for decades. And around 2018, I literally started dating exclusively internationally. And so whether it's Canada, France, Colombia, DR, I've lived in over almost a half dozen different countries, over a half dozen different cities, and dated, let's just say, hundreds of women over the past.
Let me cut you off right there. Listen, I hear what you're saying, but nobody will believe you if they don't know what you look like.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line. So and listen, I it sounds like you're passionate about this. But again, you're going to have to make a choice. Listen, you can be an anonymous content creator. Just understand it's not going to be a career for you. It's going to be a hobby. If you just want this to be a hobby, if you want to just inform people, cool. But if you really want to blow up, if you really want to do this for a living, anonymity is not a luxury you will have.
Yeah, because I'm thinking along the lines, because I probably will end up retiring in the next, 2 to 5 years. And so I figured, just getting started and just putting things out there, just so that when I do officially say, hey guys, turning my paperwork, I'm retiring. And then, using it as a transition. But yeah, I just see so many. That's why I enjoy the content that Casey puts out. And when you do it, but I see so many mistakes, especially when those World Star videos come out and dudes simping overseas. And it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Listen, if you're gonna retire, if you're gonna retire in 2 to 5 years, that would be the time to show your face.
Actually, nigga, show your face right now, nigga.
No, man. No, man. He works for a super woke company, man. You're trying to get this nigga fired, man. Come on now.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
I really work for a Fortune 100 company, and when I say it's very woke, it's not. It's
we
not.
Believe you.
Oh no, we believe you.
Yeah. I one of my good friends, 10 years at the company, was doing YouTube videos unrelated to the company, and they found a reason to fire his ass.
Right.
And so it's like, nah, I'm not playing that game. At least, when I'm trying to work on getting my pension where I need it to be.
Well, bro, Donovan tell you what you got to do, bro. You got to show your face if you want to make that move, or just stay with company, bro. You got to make a choice.
Yeah, listen, if you're and I get it. Like, I understand you want to protect you want to protect, what you make. But if you work for this company and you're having hesitations or misgivings about doing this content, this might not be for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for the advice.
Absolutely.
I'll keep you guys posted.
Okay.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You sound sassy as fuck, man. No one's gonna take you seriously, bro. Me just coming in and listening to you speak for a few seconds here, it's already bad enough you sound that way. Like,
Yeah, you have to speak with a little authority. See, and a lot of guys think that to be a content creator, you have to have this, booming, deep voice. Dude, I have a high-pitched, nasally voice, but when I speak with conviction. You gotta speak with conviction, man.
I'm just being honest with you, bro. Like, you sound very flamboyant and feminine, and that's not gonna. A lot of people are not gonna take you seriously, especially if you want to be in a self-improvement space. This is what I'll say for you. This is my tip. Get on Twitter. Go ahead and use your Anon account on Twitter. If you're not able to build an audience on Twitter, don't even fucking bother coming to YouTube if you're not going to show your face. That's what I'll say is a litmus test.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
100%.
put your ideas in the marketplace of ideas, and let's see what happens. Make a Twitter account. Be Anon on there, because a lot of people are Anon on Twitter.
Yes.
If you could build a following on Twitter while being anonymous, then you could go ahead and try to transition over to YouTube. But I'll be honest, bro. If you're going to be in a self-help space, people want to know who the fuck they're listening to and who the hell they're getting advice from. So, it's already bad enough you sound this way. The niggas can't see you either? Hell no, bro.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
So get on X, make some tweets, see you could build an audience there. If you can't, this might not be it for you, bro.
Perfect.
Just being very honest
I
with you.
appreciate the constructive criticism. Thank you so much.
All right, man.
No problem.
Later.
Hey, somebody said it.
Yeah, bro. I don't know why y'all niggas didn't tell him the truth, man. Like, bro,
I didn't even think of it that way.
Sounds zesty as fuck, man.
I didn't even think of it that way.
If you couldn't tell by my facial expressions, I know Bill's made a point to look at my face, bro. I was saying
interesting. The reason I didn't pick up on that is because when I first started out, I was on SoundCloud, and people talked about my voice. But as soon as they saw what I looked like, that's when they started taking me more seriously. So, listen, you can't help what you look like, but you have to speak with a little more authority. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got Kaz. Shout out to Kaz, man.
How's it going, gentlemen? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. So I had a question. So when you first starting out, is it good to go ahead and go on a platform to go on live that's free and you can do it with like 0 followers and then upload that video onto YouTube somewhere that like requires you to have like a certain amount of followers before you can go live?
I would recommend being on as many platforms as humanly possible. I think that's part of the formula. Kevin Samuels used to talk about it all the time. You have to be platform agnostic, and that means you got to be on everything. So the answer is yes.
Okay, sweet. Thank you, much appreciated.
No problem.
But you got to start, little bro.
Yeah, I gotta start it. I know.
Yeah. We'll talk.
All
right. Chris G, it's been a minute. Okay.
Wow. Is he here in Miami or is he still in Texas?
Let's ask him.
Hopefully you guys can hear me. I can't see you guys on camera, but I just wanted to hop on and say hi real quick.
There he is.
What up, Chris? Been a while, man.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I know, man. It's been a while. I guess my question, or I guess my commentary is one of the things that I've been trying to do on the side is like doing resume and LinkedIn reviews, but also tying that into personal finance, because I've noticed that
that's interesting.
if you're trying to better yourself with your career or your job or your professional digital footprint, like you're typically trying to also improve on your finances. And so that's something that I'm trying to maybe combine with. I've had a couple of clients just on the side, and I guess if I'm trying to maybe do it more low key as a side hustle and not necessarily blow it up, what would be you guys' maybe advice for something like that?
Well, you want to start?
No, go ahead.
So this is what I'll do, Chris. If I were you in this position, right? I'll focus on adding value from a standpoint of just finances and employment itself. So what do I mean by that? I mean, I'm going to talk about how to get a job, how to do resume, naturally on YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, wherever I can. I don't even know as the guy that people can go to as a question, for example, how to do a resume, and answer it quick like that. Or I could do it for you personally for a fee or consult right off the bat. Once I become that guy and people know me from spreading this throughout all social media platforms, doing this consistently, now I have trust in the community. At that point, when you make a post, or for example, you say, hey guys, I'm going to do, maybe you're going to do a free 1 day resume review.
Yeah.
People are, oh my God, that's Chris from the YouTube videos. Of course, let's go do it. So you're building up authority each and every post that you do. And at the same time, you're bringing as well your credibility in the space. That's what I would do.
Another idea you could do is write like a mini ebook and put out there the 5 biggest mistakes you're making on LinkedIn.
Boom.
That will definitely get you eyeballs.
What platform would I do the ebooks on, or like a course? Because I've already got like presentations that I've already put together.
Oh wow. I suppose you could do it on Amazon. You could do it on your own website. And what you want to do is you want to funnel people in, right? And so you, on all your accounts, use like a thumbnail, the 5 biggest mistakes on LinkedIn, and then have a link to go to the ebook. There are so many white label platforms. I mean, dude, as a matter of fact, you can even just make it like a Google Doc and just keep people, give people access to the Google Doc with non-editing privileges. You could do it that way. The point is you just got to get people there. Doesn't matter the platform.
Yeah. Good point.
And on the personal finance, like I already have like a super basic Excel spreadsheet that I've made. Like I'm talking like it's very, very basic. That I thought about maybe putting on like one of those platforms where you can just buy it for like $5.
Yeah,
but I can maybe
that could work. See, you're already coming up with ideas.
Yeah, if you want like guidance for it or a tutorial, then I can charge you and I'll send you the thing for free or something, or just a combo or something like that.
If you provide value to people and don't charge them, they're going to be much more willing to pay. You have to prove to them that you know what you're talking about. I remember a long time ago, a guy was thinking about putting out a course, and he's like, well, Donovan, you said people don't pay attention unless they pay. That's absolutely right. But they don't pay attention until they know that you know what you're talking about. So the onus is on you to prove to them that you know what you're talking about. If they don't know who you are, they're not going to pay for your services. So that's why I suggested that free ebook, The 5 Biggest LinkedIn Mistakes.
Okay, that sounds good, man. That's some good advice, fellas. Appreciate it. Good to see you again, even though I can't see you on camera. But yeah.
Chris, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, I remember Chris.
All right. Yeah, cool guy, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Leslie's. Who that?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what's up, man? Go ahead.
Good evening, gents. Good evening. Thank you for the amazing content. Thank you for taking my call. So I'm playing with the idea of starting a podcast. I'm thinking of covering like relationships, current event. The bread and butter would be like relationships.
Sure.
Get some interactive calls in. I'm still working out the blueprint in my head. So what would be a crude plan from starting from scratch from the position where I am?
Well, I can't give you a plan from start. I can't give you a plan from start to finish. That's gonna have to be something you do. But you actually answered your own question. Current events as they apply to relationships. An example of what just happened at FS1 with the lawsuit with Joy Taylor and Skip Bayless and all that good stuff. You can talk about that situation as it applies to relationships. So, for example, Joy Taylor literally fucked her way to the top. That's red pill as fuck. She used her she leveraged her sexuality to acquire resources. Now, and the reason why there's not much pushback is because she's a woman. Because in this day and age, women are allowed to leverage their sexuality to get resources, but men are not allowed to do the opposite. That's why Joy Taylor is being exalted, and the Tinder swindler got a documentary made out of him. So what I would do if I were you is I would talk about the current events of the day from a red pill dating perspective.
That's a good point. Whatever's trending works very well.
Absolutely.
Use that to your advantage.
So you're saying comment on current events, relationships, put out daily content, and slowly start building up like not a fan base, but a following.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then interact with them slowly and build that up.
But just keep in mind, it's you and everybody else trying to do the same thing. So
yeah, you have to be able to separate yourself in some way, shape, or form.
Definitely.
I can't tell you how. The thing is every successful content creator has that one ingredient that separates them from the rest. And I don't know what your ingredient will be, but without that ingredient, you will not be successful. That's just the bottom line. Because it's just like Fresh. I mean, it's just like Fresh said. Everybody wants to start a podcast. I mean, everybody wants to start a podcast until they actually start a podcast. You have to make sure you're going to be built for this. But again, make sure to just keep everything in perspective.
I can dig it.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. AGK OB.
I might have that door next.
Yeah, hi. Hello, good evening, everyone.
No, we can end the stream soon.
So,
because we got to set up for the next one.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
we
bro.
do after hours, yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah, so my part is like, I think I can also call it self-improvement, but is fashion. What would be your advice, being that, because I think my greatest strength will be coming mostly on TikTok, and now they're trying to ban it. They're trying to ban TikTok. Where would you suggest, or
everywhere else, man?
Your advice?
Everywhere else, dude. Again, you have to be platform agnostic. You got to be everywhere. Got to be everywhere.
Okay. All right. So that's what. I don't know if you have any other advice in terms of.
Ask another question.
That's pretty straightforward, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
I mean, that's it. All right.
Yeah.
We got Eddie, and then
I think what this goes to show is that if you're really good at what you do, you make it look easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And dude, look, shout out to these guys. They want to hang their own shingle. They want to do content creation because it can make you successful. Guys, most people ain't built for this. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to start a podcast.
Look at Hawk Tua.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like
it looks easy.
It looks. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't try to do this, but you just have to understand that this isn't for everybody. It's just not.
Yeah. That's the hard part about it.
Yeah, man. And TikTok is, TikTok is just weird.
Might be out here soon. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it will be.
Okay.
We're talking about Elon Musk might acquire it.
That's interesting.
They got money and power.
That's right.
Go ahead. We got Baith, right? Because he's been waiting for a minute, hasn't he?
Yeah, but
I've seen him in there a while.
We can do him again.
All right. Unless you want to go to Chris G, or did we not just answer Chris?
Yeah, we did Chris.
Okay. We'll do these two, and then we'll get off here because we got to set up for the next show, guys.
Hey, sorry, that was the first one. I forgot to unmute. I forgot to mute myself. My follow-up question to Donovan was about what point do you recommend a content creator starting like their own website or their own app or stuff?
Immediately.
You said it benefited yourself for
immediately. Immediately.
Okay.
If the two elements that helped me the most when I first got started is that people knew. Like, I used to be on SoundCloud, but I didn't get anywhere until I had a website and if people knew what I looked like. And dude, these days it's easier than ever to build a website. You know what I mean? Dude, software, AI, there are companies, that you can use. But yes, I would suggest a website. That's the best way.
Okay. And you said like it helped you with sales. Is that because like YouTube tax and stuff and everything on different platforms?
Yeah, you have to. Well, if you make good content, people are going to find you. Obviously, the more platforms you're on, the wider the net. But if you don't have your own website, then that's definitely going to hinder your sales. You have to.
Okay, that's all. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
No problem, man.
No, I was not a SoundCloud rapper. I can't rap.
You sure?
No, hell no. I'm actually. You ever heard Jay-Z's "Bitches and Sisters"?
No.
Oh my God! So I'm gonna do like an adjacent called "Brothers and Niggas." See the song that Jay-Z did was about bitches and sisters, basically hoes versus good girls. Chris Rock said it best: "I love black people, but I hate niggas." And so I'm gonna draw a dichotomy between brothers like you guys and niggas like, well, niggas.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And a funny talking nigga like me doing something like that. Oh yeah, yes sir. I can't wait. It's actually going to be a fun project. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Some funny views right there. All right, guys. This was a fire Zoom call.
Yep.
With CastleClub. A lot by you there.
We'll be back in hopefully within the next hour, guys. It depends on when Chris gets here and everybody here.
Yes.
But we will be definitely live with some lovely ladies. And yeah, guys. Obviously, timestamps will be up soon. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Go check out Donovan on YouTube and on Rumble as well, guys. He's going to be back here with the ladies. I messaged Tommy, waiting on a response from him to see if we can make this thing happen for you guys. Maybe on Wednesday. But other than that, love you guys. Peace.
Peace.